The first rule I made as CEO was simple: trust no one. But the day my bodyguard arrived, that rule started to break. In the quiet office, the young CEO stood by the window. His rule was simple: trust no one. He checked his watch impatiently. The new bodyguard was late. The office door opened, and a tall man stepped inside calmly. The bodyguard bowed slightly. "I will protect you." The CEO slowly circled him, studying him carefully, and said, "You look young." The bodyguard replied firmly, "I am capable." The CEO turned away and said, "Then prove it." Outside the office, assistants whispered rumors, but the bodyguard ignored them. Inside the elevator, silence filled the space between them. The CEO noticed a glance and spoke coldly, "Focus forward." A loud noise echoed outside the building. Instantly, the bodyguard stepped forward, shielding the CEO. Moments later, they realized it was only construction noise. The bodyguard relaxed slightly. He said, "Safety first." The CEO looked away, feeling an unfamiliar warmth. Late that night, the CEO rubbed his temples at his desk. From the corner of the room, the bodyguard quietly watched him. The CEO stood up suddenly and felt dizzy. Before he could fall, the bodyguard caught him. Their faces were suddenly very close. The bodyguard carefully helped him sit down. The CEO noticed the bodyguard still holding his sleeve. Realizing this, the bodyguard stepped back quickly. The CEO whispered quietly, "Stay." The bodyguard nodded silently. Later that night, rain poured outside the building. Under a single umbrella, their shoulders almost touched. A strong wind blew and the bodyguard shielded him. The CEO looked up at him quietly. The bodyguard looked away, slightly embarrassed. The next morning, a threatening email arrived. The bodyguard read the message, his jaw tightening. The CEO smirked calmly. "I'm used to it." The bodyguard stepped closer. "I won't allow harm." The CEO stared at him silently. Later that evening, they walked through the parking garage. The bodyguard suddenly sensed danger. A shadow rushed toward them. The bodyguard blocked the attack instantly. The attacker fled into the darkness. The CEO grabbed his arm. "You're bleeding." The bodyguard shrugged lightly. "It's nothing." The CEO frowned. "You call this nothing?" Carefully, he wrapped a bandage around the wound. The bodyguard quietly watched him. The CEO spoke softly. "I need you alive." The bodyguard smiled faintly. "Yes, sir." The CEO sighed. "Don't call me that." The bodyguard gently said his name instead. For a moment, the CEO froze. Days passed as they worked together. The bodyguard handed him a cup of coffee. The CEO murmured softly, "Thank you." The bodyguard blinked in surprise. Both quickly looked away. Another long night arrived. The bodyguard placed his jacket over the sleeping CEO. The CEO noticed him. He whispered quietly, "Don't leave." The bodyguard stayed beside him. The next morning felt strangely quiet. The bodyguard wondered if the moment had been real. Suddenly, the CEO called his name. He asked, "Have you eaten?" "Not yet." Bodyguard replied. The CEO ordered food for two. They ate quietly together. The CEO watched him with a small smile. The bodyguard noticed and blushed slightly. For the first time, they both laughed softly. Then another threat call arrived. The bodyguard spoke seriously. "I won't fail you," the CEO replied quietly. "I trust you." The bodyguard froze at those words. Trust meant everything to him. Soon, a crowded press conference began. The bodyguard stood very close. Someone pushed through the crowd. The bodyguard pulled the CEO back safely. Cameras flashed everywhere. Rumors quickly spread across the internet. The CEO read the comments silently. The bodyguard lowered his head and said, "Should I resign?" The CEO answered instantly, "No." He grabbed the bodyguard's sleeve and emotionally said, "Stay." The bodyguard's heart raced. The CEO quickly released his sleeve. The bodyguard smiled softly. Silence filled the office again. CEO told, "You're important to me." The bodyguard replied quietly, "So are you." The CEO stepped back slightly. The bodyguard stayed where he was. The moment lingered quietly. Suddenly, a final message arrived. The CEO insisted on facing it alone. The bodyguard refused strongly. "It's my responsibility, and it's my duty to protect you." Both stood there, breathing hard. The CEO whispered, "I don't want you hurt." The bodyguard fell silent. For the first time, the CEO looked fragile. The bodyguard softened completely. In the end, they went together. The meeting turned out to be a trap. Once again, the bodyguard shielded him. Police sirens echoed nearby. The attacker ran away. The CEO rushed to him. "Are you hurt?" The bodyguard shook his head. Suddenly, the CEO hugged him tightly. After a moment, the bodyguard hugged him back. Both blushed deeply. The CEO tried to step away. The bodyguard whispered gently, "Stay." The CEO didn't move. Silence surrounded them. The CEO softly spoke his name. "I'm here." The CEO slowly looked up. The bodyguard leaned closer. The CEO closed his eyes. Their foreheads touched. For a moment, the world felt quiet. "May I?" The CEO nodded softly. They shared a gentle kiss. They quickly pulled apart. The CEO blushed deeply. The bodyguard smiled. "You're still my bodyguard. Always." The CEO smiled truly. Back in the office, they stood by the window. The CEO looked more peaceful than ever. Now the bodyguard stood beside him. Their hands slowly touched, their fingers intertwined. "Stay by my side. Forever." City lights sparkled below them. Together they looked forward. The CEO smiled softly. The bodyguard stayed close. The view slowly pulled away. Their hands remained joined.